Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, where I share with you my simple and humble reflections on the daily Mass readings and sometimes from the life of the saints, with the hope that this will help you and me in our spiritual life. And if you would like to subscribe to this channel, you may please do it now. And if you like the video, please share it also with others. Thank you. Today, the 20th of August, the Catholic Church also celebrates another feast day of a rather important saint who is known as Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, a French saint who was a Cistercian monk. Actually, Cistercian monks are also monks of the Benedictine order, and they are a little more strict than the Benedictines. And Saint Bernard was born in 1090 and died in 1100 and some years, and he is well known for reform within the Benedictine order at that time, and also the founder of the Clairvaux monastery, which is a huge monastery in France, and it's quite famous. Bernard is, of course, the name of my late father. He was known as Bernard Emmanuel, and by his colleague, his uh, brothers and sisters called him Bunny, so that name is also quite a favorite of mine. I like that name, and he is a saint who has written a lot on spirituality, on mysticism, on asceticism, and therefore he is honored in the church. And in the gospel today, if you remember, yesterday's gospel was about the young man who came to Jesus and asked him what should he do to gain eternal life. And when Jesus told him that he should follow all the rules and regulations, like not stealing, not telling lies, not being adulterous, etc., he told Jesus, "This I have been doing already from my childhood. What more must I do?" So then Jesus looked at him with love and told him, "If you want to be perfect, then sell all that you have, give to the poor, and then come and follow me." At hearing this, he went away sad because he had lot of possessions. This was yesterday's gospel, if you remember. And continuing the same gospel today, when Jesus saw him going away sad, then Jesus told the people and his hearers, "It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle." Is that possible at all, for a camel to go through the eye of a needle? The needle, which is so small, and the eye of the needle is even smaller, we find it very difficult to put a thread through that eye. How can a camel pass through that? So, of course, Jesus was not meaning that a camel can eventually pass through an eye of a needle. No. All that he was trying to show was the contrast and the danger of attachment to our wealth, and particularly as such an attachment which ignores the poor, which ignores those people who are deprived of many things, who go hungry, who go homeless, and who have so many problems. And there are others who have lot of possessions but will not part with their possessions. It is to such people that Jesus is placing a warning by making this comparison, that it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Of course, it does not mean that no rich man will at all go into heaven. Certainly, there are rich people, at least according to what Jesus says. One should not be afraid or get terrified that because I have wealth, I will not enter into the kingdom of heaven. No. What Jesus is saying is, how are you using your wealth or your attachments for that matter? Are you using it all for your selfish needs, for your selfish purposes, only looking at yourself? Or what God has blessed you with, the wealth, possessions, or whatever property, are you also looking at your neighbor? Are you also looking at people who have much less, who struggle daily in their life, either because of sicknesses or because they're handicapped or because of various other things. Are you also looking at them? Are you also taking care of them? And this applies not only to our possessions. When what Jesus is meaning for people to enter, difficult to enter in the kingdom of heaven, is also for any other kind of attachment that we get attached to, and then do not pay attention to anything else. Because for us, the most important thing is our attachment. It could be our children, it could be our property, it could be things that we like, or places that we like, or just friends that we like, so that we only are interested in them and nobody else. And this is a warning that Jesus is making, and making us aware how to be conscious of what are the obstacles that can hinder your going into heaven. But listen, going into heaven doesn't come, that option doesn't come to us every day. It comes only in the end when we die. The options are presented to us every day. At every turn and corner of our life, there are occasions and opportunities which God presents to us to show our concern for the others, for those who are in need, and not be completely closed on ourselves with our attachments, particularly to the attachments of our possessions. That's why that young man went away sad. Remember, that young man had said that I observe all the regulations and all the commandments right from my childhood. I don't tell lies, I don't steal, I am not an adulteress, I have been keeping all the commandments. But what made him sad was because he had too many of possessions, and he could not part with that. Are there some things that you are very deeply attached to, whether it is property or friends or bad habits or other addictions, that can hinder your going into heaven? Please take care so that you grow in your spiritual life. I wish you all the very best, and if you would like to subscribe to this channel, you may please do it now. Thank you.